guys, Thunderstud here, and we are in the middle of a new Time Lord event. We got a new Time Lord skill called Born from the Infinite. Pretty much you throw away a Time Lord, then add a Time Lord that's a different name. So pretty much any Time Lord. So as you can see, we're running one of every Time Lord, and then Time Maidens. So our Time Maiden can search it, our skill can search it. Incredibly consistent with whatever Time Lord you want. We have like every Time Lord in here. And yeah, new skill. I didn't think it would be as good as Empress whatever, but it really is. It's a really good skill. And you don't have to play it with all the noisy back row from the other skill. We're using pretty good back row, especially the new Empress staff. When an opponent monsters declare an attack, negate the attack, and if you do, inflict 250 damage, whatever. But if you control no monsters, you can activate it from the hand. Very, very good, guys. It's just has duels unlocks. People do not expect it whatsoever, and it goes well with Time Lords because you need more effect damage. So the other new card we got, not quite a Time Lord, it's a Time Angel. It's 0/0 like a Time Lord, but if this attack position card is destroyed by battle, return all monsters on the field to your hand. Not crazy about it, we're just at one with it. I want to try it out. Not crazy about it, but this card, so good. Empress's staff, so good. Make sure you farm this card. Love this card. I'm really glad they gave us this for free. So I won't talk anymore about the deck. The replays are pretty long, so we'll get there. Pretty much just the new cards, new skills. All the other Time Lords, you may or may not know them. You'll know them by the ones I use, and I'll talk about a few. But hope you guys enjoy. Farm this trap card, and thanks for watching, guys. Alright, here we are going second. Low-key, that's how you want to go. I mean, you can go first because we're a control deck with traps, so you can go first. But I like going second. It gets your flow of your Time Lords much better. Here, this is going to be a real challenge. We're facing Dragon Unity, so a Dragon Unity monster will have the means to remove a Time Lord that just, we can't do anything. He can just remove Time Lords, and you think that's a counter. Check out what he's about to summon right now. You want to talk about a counter to Time Lords. He's got Samurai Destroyer. We can't even swing into Samurai Destroyer. We'll die like regular monsters, is how good that monster is. He's a perfect counter for Time Lords. So we don't even put a monster out, guys. He's got Dragon Ravine. He's got Kiteroids. His boss monsters counter our boss monsters. How are we going to win this duel? Crazy. Let me tell you how we're going to win this duel. This card right here is how we're going to win this duel. He's going with the Clear Wing Synchro. We're going to Empress Staff, the Samurai Destroyer. I don't want to take that much damage yet. Can't take lethal. Don't want to blow Magic Cylinder. There, we swing in with our Time Lord. We would get to target and do damage. Obviously, he can negate us, but he cannot destroy us. Here, we're going to use our Ice Dragon Prison, grab the Kiteroid, bounce him and the Samurai Destroyer. He's going to call him Haunted, that ducks out, no big deal. Swinging into us, no big deal. Negating our effects, no big deal. None of this is a big deal. Here, he's going to make a misplay, not a huge one. He negates our bounce back. So we're going to be able to use our battle effect now. And this guy will gain life points up to 4k if you are lower than your opponent. And we were. And now we're 4k again. Very, very good. So he's finally getting another tuner. He's going to get more synchros. If he could get into the Dragon Unity boss monsters, he could just start banishing me. But here he's got a Coral Dragon. He's going to learn nothing destroys us. I mean, we've bounced through how many instances of destruction. He's still trying to destroy us. We bounce his Clear Wing out, so we can use our effects again. We're Born of the Infinite. We throw away this girl. She hates spell cards. Probably could have been useful, but we're not going to worry about it. We get the big damage out. The half the life points. He's down to 1875. He's going to Karma Cut us. Also a great out to Time Lords, but now it's time. We're going to use Magical Cylinder as 1200. He's down to 675. That's a tough number. We're going to bring this boy out. He's going to bounce the monster, do 150, 525. So you know who we need. We need the Time Lord will do damage every time he draws a card. He'll do 500 damage. We just gotta get to that Time Lord. And the perfect card to do it, our Time Maiden. Here she comes. Now, I think when he swings, he bounces the full graveyard into the deck. So we will swing full graveyard into the deck, and that does hurt Dragon Unity, no doubt. And now he's gonna take 500 when he draws, which means he's down to 25 life points. Look at him, he thinks he's ballin'. He kaiju'd my Time Lord. Another out for Time Lord. This guy's deck is full of nothing but Time Lord counters, and we're still gonna clap him here with this hand trap that he knows we've already used. So he's just got to figure out a way to get rid of a kaiju now. Much easier than a Time Lord. He could be destroyed. But he goes with Clear Wing again. He's still not even climbing the ladder. He bounces. We're going to toy with him a little more because I want to win with Empress Staff. We could keep winning so easily. I'm going to see if he negates properly. He does. We switch the kaiju to defense. I'm not even going to use his kaiju to swing on his monster. Still going to Dragon Ravine. He's got a Cock-a-doodle-doo in his deck. He's just all over the place. Boom. Vermilion Dragon Mech. Guess who he tries to destroy? You guessed it, the Time Lord again. He was like, maybe another instance of destruction will work. Now look. I have Time Maiden. He bounces back. I can bring it right back. He would target the Vermilion. Do half its attack, he would die. Okay, let's say we don't have the Time Maiden. I have everything but this Time Maiden. We let him swing into the Empress's staff, guys. We have nothing. He could destroy our field, he could banish our whole field, whatever. We have lethal. Only 25 life points. We're gonna hit him with the Empress staff. Like I said, Time Maiden, we could have finished him off with the Time Lord. We are gonna troll him and let him think he's got lethal here. Look, he went to a whole Coral Dragon to lose to the Empress staff. Make sure you guys farm this card. This card's awesome. Hand traps are awesome, and it's our first trap hand, or no, it's not our first hand trap, but it's probably one of the better ones. So make sure you guys get it. Great stuff. Alright, here we are going first against a Rose Dragon deck, and it is a genuine Rose Dragon deck. Easy claps though, we can't be destroyed, so we're going to use our skill. We throw away this back row hate, since he's not going to have much back row most likely. Then we have this guy with life points. Doesn't really do anything, we don't really care. Probably didn't need to use the skill at that point though, but we like to start with this. It's the most damage, have your opponent's last points. It's usually 2k, so it's pretty good. We're going to start by banishing 2 of his monsters. That'll slow him down pretty well with Ice Dragon's Prison, about as well as you can use it. He bounces back. Now we can bring out the big damage. 2k. Our boy's got a Dark World Dealings. We're gonna throw away 1. Throw away that other we drew into our Empress's staff. So super clutch card, I love it. We even get a Magic Cylinder. So we've got a lot of protection. Now this boy, 500 damage when your opponent draws. So let's see, 500 damage from the draw down to 1500, pretty good card. Bounces back, so they all bounce back, they all don't take damage, they all don't get destroyed, and I'll just go over their single effects. So he did 500 when you drew. Here, what does this boy do? 150 for every monster you return. He stops the attack with a World Legacy Clash though and sets another card. That boy's gone. What does this boy do? Oh, he'll return. We're not going to use him yet, so don't even worry about that one. Here's our 500 per draw. So even if we don't bounce a bunch of his graveyard back, although we do, he's going to take 500 per draw. So down to 1,000. This one's perfect. You get to target a monster and take half its attack. He's down to 200, guys. We have Empress Staff. If he attacks, he takes 250 and the attack gets negated. He's waiting to Black Rose the field, but even Black Rosing the field won't stop a Time Lord because it can't be destroyed. So here he's going into a Zeta. If he had a what is it? What's the Samurai Synchro? The level 7 Samurai. Oh my goodness, why can't I think of it? I think I have a replay of it coming up too. Why can't I think of its name? Samurai Destroyer. If he had a Samurai Destroyer, it would eat these guys alive. So he's not going to do anything. He's not even going to swing. I shouldn't have even set the monster. I should have just left it out. He's afraid of the back row. Good for him. Let him destroy the whole field. We have Empress's staff, guys. He can't win. He's too low. 200 life points are too low for this. Eventually people are going to start to realize. But right now, no clue about this hand trap. But he's going to destroy the field, so that's perfect. That should give him enough confidence to attack. But he doesn't have the means to attack. So we're going to get a Time Maiden. We're not going to finish him off with this. We don't even need the Time Maiden. He tries to destroy us with the Mirror Force, but this boy will target, and then they take half his attack. Really wanted to finish it with the Empress staff, but they wouldn't let me, guys. Great stuff. Alright, here we are going first versus a Crowler. Now, generally, you don't want to bring your monsters out going first. Just leave your trap cards. I may bring a monster out here. We'll see. Oh, this guy makes such a misplay. So we put our Time Angel. Check this misplay out. He goes Hound. I'm like, why would he go Howitzer here? So he goes Howitzer. He tries to use Gut-Shooting Current on his own Howitzer. Didn't work the first time. Maybe it'll work the second time. Nope. So let's say that did work. He would be lethal. But everyone's got to learn that at some point. We just got to witness it from our boy here. He learned a lesson he will never forget. So here we go. The good Time Lord that does 2k damage. Does half your opponent's life points. So obviously starting off with that is just massive. 2k. Really gets the duel going. You got to really make sure you start with that Time Lord. And with the skill and the Time Maiden, it's so easy. You generally pick the one you start with, and then pick the one you finish with. Stall and burn in between. But speaking of stalling and burning, he's burning us with Hounds. He's burning us with Howitzers. We're getting very burned. Luckily, even with multiple Howitzers out, he can only burn us once. So we're okay. Here we're using our skill again. We're going to half his life points again. So 1,000 still pretty good damage, guys. And we still have the Empress staff, and we now have a magical cylinder. He's burning us, though. Here he does bring out a Wyvern. He's burned us to 900. He searches a fortress. We have nothing to worry about in a fortress, and it's good now that he has a monster out. We can simply pick our Time Lord who targets and attacks, and finish him up. I'm going to do another 500 with this Time Lord, why not? So, an amazing amount of damage from this Time Lord. He does 500 to us, that means we have to win this turn. No problem as we top deck the Time Maiden. We search the Wind, that lets you target a monster and take they take half its damage. We will target the only card we're able with the Wyvern and finish him off for lethal. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are going first. We're going to catch a rank up. I got a lot of wins with this deck. It was crazy. I really, honestly, was expecting this deck to not be good. I thought the other Time Lord skill would be the only way you could play Time Lords. But no, I like this way way better. So here, this is just getting you used to the life of a control deck. When we're facing decks like this, where we're able to just completely stop them with one instance of disruption, they are going to rage at you. And I don't mean just rage quit. People rage quit all the time against any deck. No, they're going to be really mad, and they're going to try to punish you. So we're going to let him do his thing. Keep in mind, we have it compulsory. We're just going to let him, I have all the patience in the world. Get whatever monster you want out. He's getting all his cutscenes, don't forget. There we go. Shooting Star Dragon. plenty of tuners. I'm not counting them because it doesn't matter. Obviously, we have compulsory, and he's going to use the power of the Guardian. So my patience really paid off as we compulsory, and now he's done so with a lot of cards. All we have to do is show him a Time Lord. We even got an Ice Dragon's Prison, so this guy's, his whole duel is just completely locked down by this control deck. We're going on the offensive with 2k. So you just gotta really know what the Time Lords do, guys. You get any Time Lord you want, especially with the Time Maiden. You won't see a lot of people play Time Maiden. People like to use the 4k boss monsters. Just go Time Maiden. Play it as a burn control deck, that's all it is. Don't worry about those 4k boys. Empress's staff is good, guys. Time Angel isn't good in a Time Lord deck, but I'll tell you where it will be good, in a mill deck. If we go with a mill deck, it'll be good disruption. We'll go with Empress staff all the same. So yeah, time limit win. He timed us out. That's what I was talking about with them trying to punish you being a super cancerous deck. They'll time you out, they'll try to disconnect, all the good stuff, because it is a very cancerous deck. Time Lords, oh my goodness, this is a cancer deck, and then to lose to Empress's staff, oh man, you would just throw your phone against a wall. But yeah, crazy deck. Farm Empress's staff, guys. I wish I was clicked on it, but yeah, Empress's staff, go farm it. Great stuff, guys.